Gravel riding is really booming at the moment, and whatever your reason for getting into it, i.e. the desire to explore, to ride on quieter routes, or just to get a great workout, we're sure that you're really enjoying it. But you might also be looking at your gravel bike and thinking, how can I take this up a gear? Well, I've come here to the Sigma Sports store in Oakham to show you some key upgrades to help you take your gravel bike to the next level. Oh, and if you haven't already subscribed to the Sigma Sports YouTube channel, click subscribe, and that way you won't miss any cool new gravel content. Hi Jack, mate, you all right?
Oh yeah, very well, thanks.
I've got this Orbea Terra M30, okay, straight out the box, and it is a very, very nice machine, as is, but I was wondering if you've got any cheeky upgrades that I could have a look at for this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a fantastic looking bike, and we've got a lot of gravel options and things that should suit any budget.
Great stuff.
Okay, the first thing I'd recommend to any rider is upgrading the wheel set. Let's have a look over here.
So Jack, why would somebody want to upgrade their wheels on a gravel bike?
Well, the wheels are so important to the performance and the feel of the bike as you're riding it. So a lot of people will want to get something that's going to make them faster, whether it's lighter, stronger, just generally better performance. On the gravel, the wheels can also have an impact on how it feels, particularly if you use something like a set of 650 wheels in the bike, where you can fit really big high performance tyres, high volume tyres for off-road riding, especially since you've already got a set of 700 wheels that could already be really fast on the tarmac.
Okay. Talk me through the 650B options.
Well, to start off with, we've got these top of the range MVG 27s. So you've got a really wide internal rim that works great with big tyres. This unique flared shape that just helps protect the sidewall if you hit any big rocks or hits. Super, super light rim with that though. Right. So even with a really strong, really smooth set of hubs, you're under 1,300 grams for the set.
Right, so these are probably a bit too top end for me. Maybe just a bit more than I actually need. What else have you got?
Okay, so at a really accessible price point, you've got the Mavic all-road 650Bs. So again, you've got hookless rims with aluminium this time, so still a really strong set of wheels with a great set of hubs. Automatic preload adjustment makes them really durable, and you still get all of that versatility in the bike from having the 650 tyre on there.
Okay, and what about the next step up?
Cool. So for a really solid upgrade to a carbon rim without breaking the bank, the Vel 650B GRSL wheels. Okay. So a really nice Toray T24, T30 carbon. So very lightweight rims, legendary DT Swiss 240 hubs, industry standard, so well known throughout the mountain bike and the road world. And these are coming in at 1430 grams, so a really respectable weight for the system. Right then, I'm going to go for these. Carbon rims, and they're not going to break the bank. I think they're the option for me. Lovely. So now you're going to need some tyres to put on there. Let's talk knobblies. Right, so it's so important to get the right set of tyres that's going to match the kind of riding that you're doing and how you want the bike to feel. So you've got to consider things like the terrain that you're going to be riding on, potentially whether you're just going out in the dry or using it in winter and wet conditions as well. And where do you actually need to ride to get to the trails? Some people are lucky enough to have bridleways straight out their back door, or you might need to go on a few miles of tarmac to get to where you need to go. So there's always a balance between grip and rolling conditions. You can see on these two Pirellis that we have here, you've got a much shallower profile tread on one and something that's a lot chunkier. That's more of a file tread, that one, isn't it? Absolutely, especially in the center where you're going to be contacting the tarmac for more of the time. It's going to roll really fast in a straight line, and then you move on to the edge and grip on the side. So whenever you lean the bike over in a corner, it's really going to grip in. And again, you can see that this still has some smoothness in the middle, but much chunkier tread. Okay. So right, Jack, I'm going to be riding in the Peak District, no tarmac, straight onto the gravel. So let's have a look at something like this Hutchinson Touareg. So you've got a tread pattern that's quite in between the two that we looked at before. Okay. So you've got this close packed chevron pattern in the center, but something that's still going to give you lots of traction and lots of braking grip on the trails. And then again, as you lean the tyre over, you get into this bigger edging tread, and it's a nice high volume 47 tyre, so you get lots of comfort for some bigger days out on the trails there. Right, Jack, you convinced me. These are the tyres for me. Yeah, perfect for someone that might not know where they're going. What are you trying to say? I've always wanted to do this. Just check this out. Oh, Matt, what did you think was going to happen? Well, that thing that happens on the internet, you know, when...
next up, Jack, shoes and pedals.
Okay, great. So most gravel riders are going to go for a set of clipless mountain bike pedals. You can use flats as well if you want for more adventurous routes, even wear your sandals if you like Morton. But a great starting point is something like the Shimano M520, really inexpensive pedal, absolutely indestructible, just really easy to get along with. Something that's a little bit lighter, bit more support for your feet, bit better bearings in there, the Shimano XT M8100s. But potentially, if you wanted to add a power meter into your gravel riding, so if you're training for an event or if you're really looking for something to help you pace a longer ride, you can go for the Garmin Rally XE100s. So you've got a left-sided power pedal in these at the moment. Potentially in the future, you could even upgrade to a right side as well, have dual power.
Well, actually, I am going to be hopefully doing some events in the future, and I am looking for an upgrade. So essentially 2 for the price of 1, power and a very cool pedal. So I think these are the ones for me.
Okay.
Right, let's go and check shoes.
Let's go and have a look at them.
Oh, fancy a nice lace up, you know.
Oh, that could be really good.
I've never had a lace up, well, back in the 80s, but
very on trend at the moment. It's all making a comeback.
Oh, that was nice small talk. So, small talk over, what should I be looking for in a gravel shoe?
Well, first of all, you're looking for something with a tread and a recessed cleat pocket, so that cleat from the SPD pedals is going to sit inside, make it a lot easier to walk on the shoes whenever you need to hike a bike or get up some steps. Then you'll also be wanting some efficiency, so just like a set of road shoes, it's going to make it easier to push and pull on the pedals. Starting off here, we've got the Quoc Grand Tourer. So you've got your lace up along there. A great feature of these is you've got a waterproof coating all the way up to that line here, and also on the cleat pocket. So if you've got any fords or stream crossings, it's going to make you feel a lot more comfortable. You've then got a really nice entry-level option in the Shimano XE3. So a single boa closure makes it dead easy to get along with, and then a really grippy sole. So again, really nice for hiking along. Okay. And then down here, you've got the new S-Works Recon lace up. Right. So a new revision of the classic S-Works Recon shoes, something that a lot of people love. The lace up's going to make it really easy to adjust to your foot and then be a really solid closure.
Now, these do look rather tasty. I do like laces, and I get on with specialised shoes. I always have, so I think these are going to be the ones for me.
Okay, that's really important. Whatever set of shoes you're looking at, they've got to fit your feet really well, be the right length, but also the right width.
I guess it's time to try the actual real-life shoe on, isn't it?
Absolutely. There you go.
One. Okay. Taking the rolled-up newspaper out.
Always a good
Just
call.
reminds me of putting on footy shoes back in the day. Yeah. I used to play left back.
So, how do they feel, Matt?
They feel really comfy. Let me just go for a small walk. A couple of revolutions. They feel absolutely fantastic. Right, shoes and pedals done, wheels and tyres done. So what else can I upgrade my bike with?
Well, the easiest and the cheapest way to add a lot of comfort to the gravel bike is to get a really good set of bar tape. Okay. So for instance, we've got the Vel GRL gel tape there, where as well as the tape, you've got some gel strips to put next to the bar underneath the tape. Anyway, you're going to be contacting the bar. A lot of extra absorption in that.
So in short, a really reasonably priced bit of extra comfort.
Yeah.
Nice one. So when I'm on a gravel ride, there's not going to be, unfortunately, many coffee shops nearby. I'm probably going to be in the middle of nowhere. I'm not going to actually know where I am sometimes. So you need to carry a reasonable amount of stuff depending on the length of your ride, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Even on a one-day ride, you might need more in terms of tools and puncture kit, and especially clothing for if the weather turns. And then you could be on a week-long expedition and you'll need your camping gear, your stoves, your clothes, your sleeping bags. You could end up with a lot of stuff on the bike.
The ride I'm planning on is slightly shorter than that, but maybe something like that in the future for me. So I would reckon something kind of medium-sized.
Yeah, absolutely. So to start off with, you'd have about a 1.5 litre bag here from Restrap. Okay. So fits right under your handlebars. Got a little loop for the light there. And this would be great for taking a couple of sandwiches, super light roll-up gilet or jacket, and then, as we said, the stuff for your punctures.
Might even get a cupcake in there as well.
Ooh, treat. So if you wanted to take a lot more, you've got up to a 9-litre bag from Apidura.
Wow.
So again, if you're really out in the wilderness or potentially going for a couple of days, you'd have space for a lot of clothes here, a lot of food, something to keep you going for a bit longer.
Neat though, isn't it? Straight on the bars, that one, isn't it?
Straight onto the bars, lots of really heavy duty fabrics to stop it from rubbing through, obviously fully waterproof closures at the sides.
Great stuff. And finally?
Yeah, so in the middle, something in that middle range, the new bar bag from Vel. So again, some really heavy duty fabrics, waterproof closures, even a clever air valve there. So once you've squished it down to the size that you need, you can actually let some of that out.
And so the capacity of this one?
So this is a 7-litre bag, so you've still got some pretty serious carrying capacity in that.
I reckon I might go for this one. That's probably a bit too much, a little bit too little. This might fit the bill for the riding I'm doing over the next couple of days.
Cool. So navigation. Navigational aids are super important for gravel riding. You'll often be on smaller trails. You're not going to have much in the way of signposting. Depending on where you are in the world, it can be quite easy to get disoriented. A lot of the topography is just going to look the same, especially, as we said, if you get somewhere where the weather rolls in, you might not actually have much visibility at all. Right. So something that's going to let you see where you're going is going to be a priority.
So what options have we got then?
So I think a great option right now is a Hammerhead Karoo 2 here. So it's a really powerful computer and it works on Android 8, so it's really familiar to use. Anyone that's had a smartphone is going to feel at home pretty quickly with one of these.
Let's have a little look.
It's one of the best routing GPSs out there, and if you get lost pretty easily, that could be important.
Fair point, actually. This sounds like it's going to be the one for me then. Tell you what, I am very, very happy with that upgrade. Look at it, brilliant stuff. Oh, I must thank Dave, the mechanic, for assembling this for me, but also I must stress that the upgrade that we got today, you can do very, very easily at home.
These are just some of the many options that we've got for gravel bikes. There's so much stuff out there these days.
Yeah, so head to the Hampton Wick Sigma Sports or here to Oakham and you'll get all the help you need with gravel upgrades, or head to sigmasports.com because there's loads of choice on there as well. And Jack, thanks for all your help, mate. It's been ace. Cheers.
Yeah, no worries at all, Matt. Happy trails.
Ciao. Gravel time!